This is the video review of Gekiatsu Daioh from Shuriken Sentai Ninninger, and I kinda hate this figure. So, to start off with, I'm going to start with the two little mecha Zord things from the set that I like. The first one is this little Firebird-like thing. The reason why I like this one at all is because it looks like something that's real. It looks like a bird. Whereas this panda thing, it doesn't really look like a panda, and it doesn't look like a vehicle. I think it's supposed to be like a helicopter or something because of how this spins, and then when you bring it up into the leg form, it it can still spin, but doesn't quite free spin. So I think it's supposed to be like a helicopter or something. I'm not entirely sure. But like, this is one of the few, this is the only one that really looks like one thing, and not like a weird combination between a vehicle and an animal that doesn't make sense or anything else. It's just a nice little bird. And it doesn't really do anything beyond flap the wings and look up and down, and that's about it. The other one I like, this one is kind of a combination between an animal and a vehicle, but this one's cool. And it's a serpent dragon type thing that's also a motorcycle. And I like this one just because the idea is neat to have a motorcycle that looks like a dragon. So for this one's more of a motorcycle than a dragon for me, and it just looks cool, but otherwise it's just kind of blah. All it does is roll. And then we have this one, which, if you look at these two, it's like Magikarp and Gyarados. Yes, I did watch the Vault Matrix review of this thing. This one's okay, I guess, but I'm not really interested in a little koi Zord thing, so it's just kind of there. I've already looked at the panda before. It's kind of like a helicopter, kind of not, and it's kind of blah. There's nothing to it. And the wolf here doesn't even have the spinning gimmick up here. So I'm not interested in this one either. And then this one's supposed to be a turtle. And, well, the shell isn't big enough to really convince me that it's a turtle. And you get Gekiatsu Daioh's face here. He has two faces. And that really breaks the illusion even more. Like, if this were just black, I could accept this a little bit. But no, it's just Gekiatsu Daioh sitting onto his back without his arms and legs. That's all it is. And so I'm really not sold on anything in this set except for this guy and this guy. So anyway, moving on to the combination, it is insultingly simple. Put on the panda, put on the, whatchamacallit, the wolf thing, straighten out the legs. Then we'll take Magikarp, put him on over here, and Gyarados, and put it on over here. And here we have most of them already done. And he is kind of the only one that doesn't really need the Shuriken to like be his own thing, since he does come with his own head. And I'll talk about what this does later on. But you will push this down on like this. Ew, it didn't do the noise. I really hate the sounds that this one makes because the screams are so loud and so ugly sounding. I can't stand it. So I think the reason why it wasn't working is because earlier on I'd taken out the battery so I could mess with it without hearing that. And I think I may not have put them in exactly right. But anyway, now what we're going to do with this thing is bend the head forward, come to the back, and pull out this little peg right here that will be used when we put this inside of Lion Ha-oh. And we'll put this into the, this won't really grip onto the peg, but it will kind of sit there and help stabilize it. You'll bring the wings around, and they will kind of grab around the top of the Shuriken up there. And this is Gekiatsu Daioh, and I do kind of like the way he looks. I do like the idea of like a flaming Megazord. I do think that he could use a bit more blue on the chest to kind of balance it out. And so just by aesthetics, he's not bad, but it's like the only thing he has going for him, that he looks kind of interesting. For articulation, he is a Ninninger figure, so he does have slightly above average articulation with the arms can go around. Then he has hip ratchets and knee ratchets. But, so he basically has the exact same articulation as Shurikenjin over here. He is actually quite a bit taller than Shurikenjin, but there's not that much more to him by himself. He does have a gimmick where you can shoot out the rangers from his belly. That's what these things are up here. So what happens is you will turn this, which will turn the thing up here, and then it will fire a ranger. And oh god, I think I lost that missile. You do get 2 extras, but they're Red Ranger missiles. And, oh, nope. I got that. I got the missile. You put it in here, and that's about all he does by himself. You can combine him with Lion Ha-oh. I'll bring him in here. I'll try not to knock anything off while I'm doing it. And I'll show you how the combination's supposed to go. Yeah! This thing is so cumbersome. Okay, so I've got it here, and I've got the hole right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the Phoenix off the top. We're going to take the Shuriken off. We're going to fold this up. This is why he has a head here, because he doesn't use the Shuriken when he's sitting inside of Lion Ha-oh. You'll bring up the arms like this, and then you'll just plug him in. And then you'll bring these up into his hands. And then we're going to come up here. Let me raise my tripod. We're going to come up here. We're going to take off the Red Ranger figure up here. And then we're going to... I'll just show you down here. We're going to insert the bird into the top like this. It has some clips right here and right here that just go in like that. And then Red Ranger will stand atop here like this. Then we'll put this back on. And of course it says the wrong person. That's because down here we take this Shuriken and then we turn it around, and then we're going to tab it into the chest like this. There are these little notches right here that will go into these things, and if this thing isn't oriented just right, you can turn this thing separately. So then we're just going to flip the head up like this, pop it on here. Yeah, this is Ha-oh Gekiatsu Daioh, and I'm going to bring the camera back, and honestly, I don't like it as much as when just plain Shurikenjin sitting in there, and that's for several reasons. One, I don't think putting a bird up at the top makes it look any better. I think it just makes it look weird. And two, there is so much extra space around his head here where a Shuriken should fit. And I actually don't know if this Shuriken will fit in there. I kind of think it won't just because of how big it is. But anyway, this is the official combination. And I don't think it fills out to the Lion Ha-oh chest cavity as well as Shurikenjin does. And I just really don't see the point to this set. It cannot work with the other accessory mecha because it doesn't have a driver's seat in the chest. As far as I know, it cannot combine with Bison King. And this is the only combination it does, and it's worse than Shurikenjin. So unless I'm really missing something, and if I am, please let me know in the comments below. I do not recommend this thing, because like the only thing that's going for is that it looks kind of cool, but even then, it's nothing about it's that fun. So anyway, this has been a video review of Gekiatsu Daioh. I review Transformers, Power Rangers, Tobots, lots of stuff like that. If any of that sounds interesting, please subscribe, and thank you for watching.